ready to, for doors open and the city shut down.
Right. Yeah.
When did you start the hiring process? When did you start pulling, getting ready to open doors, with people and that kind of stuff?
Yeah, great question. So, early 2019, we had hired our management staff. So we had a GM, we had an executive chef, we had a bar manager, we had a sous chef about to come on board, an assistant general manager about to come on board when everything sort of froze up. But, we were in the midst of really starting to, get to opening day. And then, when everything shut down, we had a super sobering meeting with our team, just, in our building, our beautiful new building, new old building. And, we just made the really tough call, because even before the actual shutdown, it was like, is it responsible to open right now? And there's so much fear and doubt. And then the city made the call for us. So, it's not like it was our decision to make, but that was a really tough day. Thankfully, we qualified for payment protection programs. So we got to keep that core staff afloat for a few months, and, gave them some things to chew on, while we were in closure. And then, we really had to make the decision. Do we wait this thing out? Because we had no idea how long it was going to last, or do we bite the bullet? And as soon as we can go, we go. That's the decision we ended up making, the latter, thankfully, because if we had sat on our hands and waited, the business would never have opened at all.
Okay. When was final, the opening day? When did you guys?
June 20th of 2020 was our soft opening, and then the 22nd was open to the public.
Nice.
So yeah, it was a little later than we wanted, but something that we always kind of remember is we didn't have a lot of bad habits to break in terms of COVID precaution when we did open. So something that was very important to us as a new restaurant opening after this pandemic was to make sure people saw how seriously we took cleaning the tables, cleaning the chairs, making sure their safety was accounted for. So we were really, really adamant about making sure our staff was showing everyone what we were doing.
Right. So one of the things that you said earlier that caught my ear was, we had the menu done before we even had our business plan pretty much in place. What is special about Bumpa's menu? I'm dying to hear some of the things that you guys have on there.
That's a good question. And, it's one of the more fun parts of, putting the business together, is like putting together this kind of crazy menu. So, I mean, you said it when we were kind of still offline, Michael, but, we are a gastropub. I guess if you had to brand us, we've got the Irish influence. People call us a sports bar. We don't like to kind of declare one thing over another. And I think our food kind of fits that, or rather blankets, different kinds of cuisine as well. But there was a place in Pittsburgh where we're from originally, or where we grew up anyway, that had these build your own fry plates that we loved and adopted, and said even then, this is probably 10 years ago, if ever we were going to build a restaurant, like a build your own fry plate would have to be, top of mind when people come in. And I think we've accomplished that. One time I, came to visit Dan when I moved away from Pittsburgh, and built a fry plate of jalapenos, barbecue sauce, beer cheese, and pickles. And Dan and my sister-in-law were like, this can't be good. But it's on our menu right now today, all these years later.
Yeah,
So
after we tasted it, we said, that's going to be on the menu one day. So yeah. we were
get some sweet and get some heat.
Yeah.
That's right.
I was thinking.
That is, for anybody listening, that's called the Condor. I had to pull this up.
That's right.
Because I'm like, now I'm hungry. All I had was a salad for lunch, so I'm ready to dig into.
Sorry about that.
That's all good. Don't miss an episode. Subscribe now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts.